My name is Fraser.
My name is Mark.
And we are the hosts of the geekiest show alive. To the outside world, we're ordinary geeks.
But in the Fab International Studios, we talk comics and find other geeks just like us. This is Geek of the Week.
It's trade-off. This is Trade-Off, where we get our comics from the loft.
Right.
Even though neither of us have a loft.
No.
So this week on Trade-Off, this whole month being February is LGBT month. So we're going to be looking at some LGBT books. And the first one we're going to look at is Bitch Planet.
Just say Bitch Planet. We're allowed to say it.
I didn't want to swear.
We're allowed to say Bitch Planet.
Bitch Planet.
That's the name of the book.
I said a no word. The B word book.
The B word.
The B word planet. Actually, no, that could be even worse. So,
anyway, Bitch Planet was my choice. And
yes.
The fact that Fraser can't even bring himself to say the name of the book suggests that it was mine, I suppose.
I feel bad for
What did you think?
sensitive ears.
What did you think?
I did enjoy it. It reminded me a lot of the Netflix show Orange is the New Black. So like it was a prison, but it was really cool because it was on a different planet and stuff like that. There was a focus on the female leads and stuff like that, the female protagonists, because they did separate the two worlds, like a man's world and a woman's world, and it was and the way the sort of guards mistreated him did remind me again of like Orange is the New Black, and I was just like, oh, what are they doing? But then the sort of like sisterhood where they all sort of supported each other in that planet/prison. I did dig that, and it was pretty cool. Like the sisterhood fighting strong against the man. But I dug it.
For me, this book, the front cover, you just look at the front cover and it just screams, this is a feminist book.
Yeah.
And that's brilliant. And I really like how it is in your face feminist comic book.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that there's nothing better than just, this is what this book is about, this is what we are. And I love that it's bold about that.
Yeah. Now we do the phrase is don't judge a book by its cover, but let the cover bring you in, and it definitely sets the tone, I think, for the story, and it does.
I think so.
It does, like you say, it emphasises that feminist approach to the story, and you know what, I really dug that. Like I said, that sticking together, and that's sort of an important thing with LGBT stuff as well. Like, because there are people out there who are horrible people, like this, like the prison guards. But if we're all together, like if you're in there together as a community and you stick together, you know, we can get through this. You know, you're not. No one's ever alone, and I think the way to survive a bitch planet is to, you know, find other people who support you, and you can support them.
Well, I agree, and I think it's an important. I love that we're doing LGBT History Month, and next month is Women's History Month. We're going to be looking at women's history as well.
Yeah, because
later on we'll be
both. Yeah.
Later on in October we'll be embracing Black History Month. For any of our American listeners, we actually celebrate Black History Month at a different time.
Yeah, the UK does.
And the thing about Bitch Planet is it could be Women's History Month, it could be Black History Month, it could be LGBT History Month, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think that was great. And sort of like this planet is just for people who are sort of like outcasted or mistreated on Earth, which is why they have to have their own separate planet. And just using that concept was, for me, very interesting. It's like, because it's a scary world we're in. Like, there's some world leaders where you're like, oh my goodness, why are they in charge? And it makes stuff like this a bit more probable, and you're a bit like, oh no, this is like a tale of fiction. It's just like, no, this is more. I won't say this is where we're heading. We're not going to have a separate planet where like these leaders are going to send people, but it's more metaphorical, and there is more feeling towards it. Like,
but isn't that the best dystopic sci-fi?
Yeah, exactly. Based in reality.
You think, wow, this is pretty close to reality, and it's clearly a reaction to the politics of hate that the last few years have unfortunately had across most countries, to be honest with you. And I can't say how much I love this book, because it's just so on my wavelength, politically, story-wise, and all the comic books I like tend to not pull their punches, and I tell you what, the first few pages of this trade
pulls no punches.
How did you feel about the brutality of the book, Fraser? Did you feel like it was enough? It was too much? It was real? It was extreme? How did you feel about it?
Like, I'm not like. It's supposed to be disarming, I think, and the brutality is supposed to like illustrate. I think short answer rather than a long answer. I think it fit the book perfectly because it is very brutal, but that's what this planet is, and like that's what it needs to be, and this is how people are surviving. And it was like, it did take me off guard, but then, well, not off guard, but like I knew something like this was coming, but it is still like a ooh ah. But it's one of those things with all sort of like prison stories, and I know it's a separate planet, but you sort of kind of treat it as a thing. I really enjoyed the back, and I couldn't remember why, but luckily we've got it with us, so I can remember. So this was why I enjoyed it, because like on the back it says, "Are you non-complaint? Oh yeah, do you fit in your box?" And it's like, "Are you too fat, too thin, too loud, too shy, too religious, too secular, too prudish, too sexual, too queer, too black, too brown, too whatever it is they'll judge you for today." And I thought that was brilliant, because there are people there who, like, you know what I mean, you will fit into one of them.
Yeah. There's a character that anyone can empathise with.
Exactly. A judgmental person will see you as one of them, or if you're not that confident in yourself, you will see yourself there. So, which is why I think, like, none of these characters belong in there, but some did feel that they belonged there. Some were like, no, I've got to be here. Like, there was one character who was just like, yeah, look at me, I belong to be on this planet. And it's wrong to do so, and it's also wrong to consider yourself that in real life as well, to be like, oh, these, like, there's loads of hate on the internet and stuff like that, and sometimes some people do go, well, yeah, and
nobody deserves to be sad. Nobody deserves to be in a situation that makes them feel trapped or bad or anything like that. And I think that's an important message from this book. And I love even the fact that it is called Bitch Planet. I love that it is so
it's a title that
kind of like it's kind of, this is what we are, this is what we're about, and this is what we're this is the statement that we're making.
For sure.
And it's bold as hell. The one frustrating thing about it is that it comes out like once every blue moon. The comic book has been going for maybe 3 years, but there's only 2 trades, because they don't release it monthly. They release it occasionally. And for such a brilliant comic book to have to wait what feels like ages, it's
disheartening.
Yeah, it is. What do you think of the art?
The art style was incredible, but again, it's that image, innit? Image is all about, well, the image of the stuff, and the art style complemented the book really well.
Did you feel it was kind of pop arty?
Yeah,
like
kind of.
Yeah.
It did remind me of that, and sort of like the not stereotypical comic, but you know when you see like people use it we use it all the time for whenever we're doing adverts or commercial stuff for our show. We'll always use the pop art, and it did remind me of that. I did enjoy it, and I think it all complemented the themes they wanted to cover but yet still didn't. Still kept track with the sci-fi and stuff like that, and dystopian elements, so I dug it. Now, what about all you fellow geeks? Have you checked out Bitch Planet? Are you thinking about checking Bitch Planet out? I'd definitely recommend it. I'm very happy I did.
I'm glad you liked it.
Very happy I did. And look, I've managed to say the B word a couple of times as well.
Well done, Fraser.
So yeah, definitely recommend it. We want to know your thoughts and feelings on the book.
So listen to Geek of the Week. Be sure to tune in next week. Same geek time, same geek channel.
And if you want to follow us on social media, it's at GOTW Radio on Twitter. Search for Geek of the Week Radio Show on Facebook. And to listen again, it's www.mixcloud.com/Geek of the Week Radio Show.